All right, guys. So very good morning. So this session is all about email optimization. How many of you remember that we did an exercise on how to get started on email marketing? Anyone remember that we started email marketing a few days back? It's been 2 days now. You remember that we have started email marketing, guys?
Starting from goals.
Yes. So let's do a quick recap then. What do you think? A recap would be really great, right? And in fact, I for the next video I have already uploaded on YouTube. It is under draft. After this particular class, I'll make it live. So after this session, watch that video as well. So you will get a more clarity on email marketing because I have defined that how to write proper email, what is need to be there. And this session is all about after writing an email, how to optimize it. So we have skipped one particular session. It was supposed to get uploaded yesterday, but due to some again network so frequencies, I cannot able to upload it on YouTube. So I hope you understand. It's fine then. I'm simply jumping into the optimization part of the email. Suppose you have written the email, you're expecting results, but you're not able to get the results. Your desired results are not coming, and people are not even reading your email. In fact, it's very poor performance. So how to optimize it? This is the session is all about that. Okay. So before jumping here, I just want to open that previous one what that we have shared. Let me just check. Where is that? Yeah, this one. Uh, can you see this, guys?
Yeah.
So we have discussed that how to get started in email marketing. We have to set goals. It could be sign up, generating and nurturing leads, generating more sales, right? Other one is build your list. Guys, put yourself mute. Those who are not talking. Thanks. Build your list. Okay, how to build your list? You can create a lead magnets. You can throw free webinars. How you can create a Mailchimp? You can use MailLighter, MailerLite, right? So this kind of tools you can use. Of course, the third, fourth thing we haven't discussed due to some failure thing, but that I've covered in a video that I've uploaded on YouTube. You can check it. So it is basically a pick a right campaign. There are two types of campaigns we have in email marketing. One is announcement and one is type of newsletter. Basically an announcement, you provide some like specific thing, like suppose you are running some software right company and you are providing some new updates, okay, to your customers. So you must give some announcement that we are coming up with new version of this product, the new beta version is live, or maybe you want to announce that there is a day off for our company for next 2 days, we are under progress. Maybe you're working something on it. So it is an announcement type of email. And but if you have another type of email which is called newsletter, you can send newsletter formatted email where you are talking about not just any kind of a particular scenario, but in general you are talking about that how we are helpful for you, why you have subscribed for email letter. So this makes sense. Okay, so most probably we are going to use newsletter format, but of course not this announcement is something very specific to an event that is going to happen. Getting it? Great. So, and second was of course measure and tracking. That is very important thing. If you don't know how to measure and track the email things, so you will never know. Suppose I have 50,000 people in my email list, but after writing email for 1 hour, I don't know how many people have opened. I don't know how many people actually took the action from the email. So it is a waste of time for me. So I'll not do that. Instead, I will measure all this thing. Clear, guys? So far, clear. If you are clear so far, write in chat CC, guys. So I'll be know that you're clear. Yeah. I hope you are all clear, guys. Great. Great. So let's move ahead. And today's is all about optimization of email. Okay. We are jumping on to another mind map. All right. So are you ready, guys? So I hope you're taking notes because these mind maps are very exclusive. There will be no availability in whole database of internet because it's very curated thing. I have taken it from somewhere, curated myself. I've added a lot of things just because make you understand how to things make it better. I don't want to
Can
make
you
it
share
very
that
very.
mind map?
Yeah, which one?
This the one that you recently showed just
You,
now.
yeah, you want that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. because I was not there in day before yesterday's class.
Okay, okay. Wait. Okay, guys, how many of you want that mind map? So I will share you right now in this chat. You want mind maps, guys? I'll share you, drop it right now. Drop me in chat want, so I'll know that how many people are actually want that. Otherwise, we'll keep it as it is. Swapnesh wanted. Okay.
And also, can you share the email marketing session?
Yes, one session is already uploaded. You can check it, and another one
That
is
25 minutes.
yeah, and another one is getting uploaded by today. And you see, this is your third session. Okay, so it's been 3 sessions on email marketing. One is been done. Second one is getting uploaded on YouTube today, and third one is we are doing today. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yes, you are not losing anything, buddy. Okay, where is Zoom? Let me just drop you this link, and here we go. Can you just click on this link, guys? Can you just do a quick check whether you are able to see this mind map or not? I hope you're able to see it, right? If you're able to see a mind map, write down in chat. I can see it, so I'll get to know
No, no,
this.
no, no. It's not showing now right now.
It's not showing. How is this possible?
Yeah, it's visible.
It's visible, right? Yes, yes, yes. It's visible. Many people can see it, right? My cursor is coming. Swapnesh is watching, right? So I can see a lot of people already access it. Okay, fine. There is no issue, guys. It's working fine. All right, let's move to our another mind map of the day, which is our how to optimize email. The thing is, I'm already creating a mind map before coming to this class because I want to just save some time, because by creating the mind maps and all also take some time, and there are some little errors are happening in between classes. So I thought to let's remove the particular resistance, and I'll create mind map before coming to this classes. Suppose I'm coming at 9 o'clock sharp, so I'm working on this from 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, and finishing up all this mind map areas and what to discuss and not. So that's how I do it, right? So this is your another mind map, and all things are hidden. Don't worry, you cannot see anything, because if I'll reveal you, you can just take a screenshot and leave. I know, so that's why I just hide everything. So today's session is all about how to optimize your email. Okay. So how many of you know that you send emails, but there is a struggle, which we say often says like people not open emails. How many of you know? In fact, how many of you not reading emails from your Gmail boxes and all? Of course, you ignore most of the time. How many of you? In fact, I also ignore most of the time. Are you someone that you ignore
Yes.
emails? So what do you think? Why you ignore the emails? Why? What is the biggest problem that in the industry that why you are ignoring the emails? Because emails are very important to communicate with messages, but why you are doing it?
Most of them are of spam, like some of
Actually,
my
we are
I'm
prioritized the
getting some
emails,
sort of
just like I have an official email ID, so I can do work like courses and all. But whenever a course or classes came in we upload the classes, you have a quick session, but I don't have the time. So at that time, I didn't open that email, but just mark as important or something. But I have prioritized that this email is important to me, my campus, my web pros, anything. So we prioritize, then we open that mail.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Great. So okay. So recently we have learned how to email marketing works and how to get started. So this is a very important stuff in regards that as well. Now you know why email marketing is in the best digital marketing. Okay, so we often say email marketing is one of the best channels in digital marketing. You know why? Because it's always one to one. Suppose Facebook is not there today, Instagram is not there, LinkedIn is not working, but there is one thing you have. What is email? Email, you still have communication. Suppose I'm not dependent on Instagram or Facebook. I have almost 1 lakh people in my email list. Do you think that if I want to grow on Instagram, it will take a very long time to grow? I could be just send one email along with my Instagram link. I will say, okay, follow me on Instagram for more updates because I will be available there. So I'll use my email ID to drive traffic from one email list to another social media. Do you think it will work?
Yes, it will work because email is direct connection, and once the person opens the email and may interest in you, then it will directly jump to your Instagram profile and follow you.
Yes, so there is no replacement of email right now, as if now in industry. Okay, there is no replacement right now, and email is yet another one hit. Okay, after running advertisement, retargeting to various things, email is the only one thing after phone numbers, which is one communicate way. And people are skeptical. Skeptical. Okay, people really not share their personal numbers, but to get a phone number is very difficult for someone. But you can get a email very easily. Do you think that it is easy? Because email is easy to get it, but if you ask for phone number, the people might not get it, right? Because phone number is something really personal as compared to email IDs. Email ID can be given to anyone. Like I can give email IDs to some people, it's fine. But I will not give my phone number because phone number is something that related to very, very personal and they can call me straight. So do you think email will be like a good source to collect the data? It will easy for collecting a data?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So yes, now you know that everything about it, and also how we know that how to build email lists. We have checked how we created the email list, how we created a lead magnets, how we drive traffic. Now we have checked how to write great emails. With that, this particular part, how to write great emails, will come under the next session. That session is already been recorded, guys. Don't worry. I'll be uploaded on YouTube, and after this session, I'll be drop the link on WhatsApp. So don't worry about it. Okay. So and now it's time to do a email optimization. So like Facebook ads, like Google ads, we do often optimization, right? We it's not like we run Facebook and we'll keep it as it is, because there is a lot of optimization required to get right kind of results. Any activity in digital marketing without optimization, nothing. So if you are doing SEO, it's required optimization. If you're doing Facebook ads, Google ads, it's required optimization. If you're writing content, if you're creating your content visually, textually, you require optimization. And in fact, you're writing email, it is required optimization. Agree, guys? Everything is required solid
Yes,
optimization.
actually, yesterday I took a session of brand collaboration. So, in that section, I just thought that yes, I should learn that email marketing, like how to collab with a brand with via email. So, how to write that email particular? There are different templates. So, we just want to learn.
Yeah, that is altogether is a different thing. Like because you are saying that you want to do collaboration, right? That is something that comes under email writing, and it will be a very specific way to write a collaboration email. But let's discuss in general. So if you get to know that what should be the format and what should be the measures you should take to optimize it, how should it write it, so it will be easy to send email to anyone, whether it's a brand collaboration,
Yes,
whether it's a
yes,
job
yes.
offer, whether it's your for client, if whether you for customers, whether you have for your newsletter subscribers, you're getting it. So there are a lot of n number of possibilities. So let's go ahead and now we are going to talk about the measures we have. Okay, so let's go one by one. So reveal number one, we have click-through rate. In emails we have click-through rate. What is click-through rate, guys? It will tell you the how good your emails are. Okay, suppose I send you an
Like
email. I send you email. Let me finish one, guys. Suppose I have sent you an email personally to all of you, and there is a one link for my this particular class, webinar class, and suppose I have sent to 50 people and only 10 people clicked. Do you think it's effective? No, right? Because very less. I have sent to 50 people and only 10 people clicked. If it could be around 30 or 25, I would more than happy, because people is responding to my classes link and they're also willing to join it. Do you think it's effective? So click-through rate is one of the very important measure to check whether your emails are really helpful or not. Okay, that is very underestimated thing, but you should take it very seriously. So number one comes click-through rate to optimize it. Okay, now we will see later that how to optimize it. Now we are talking about the metrics which needs to be tracked. Okay, let's go here and see another one. Another one is a conversion rate. Okay, so it is a quite I would say tricky thing, because in tracking in email we track conversion is little difficult. How we track conversion? Usually we create an email, we write to our prospect, right? We write to our prospect, And after sending it, so what we are doing basically, suppose I have 1 lakh people in my email list, I'm adding my landing page link. The moment the people are opening email, they're clicking on landing page, they're going to there. So there are various factors going to happen, to be honest. Maybe your landing page is not good. Maybe there are some server errors, maybe some technical errors, maybe your payment gateway is not working there. So it's not about that only your conversion rate totally depend on email. So it is basically a helping hand for your landing page to get converted. Getting it, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so it is a helping hand for your landing page. So if you want to drive traffic to a landing page, you can definitely give it. But yes, it's a very tricky thing because it's not actually one-to-one. So email cannot take full guarantee to make it conversion, because of course this is driving traffic to landing page. So landing page is super good. There should be super good material available so people will convert very easily. Otherwise, if a landing page is not good, in fact, writing email very good, very beautifully designed emails will also not be worked like that. So I have seen that kind of failure as well. So it is also a very tricky thing, but it's important to measure this as well. So let's come to the third one. We have a bounce rate. How many of aware that what is bounce? Email, you must have known that email bounce. We must say the email bounce ho gaya.
When a person opens an email and then closes it.
I think bounce rate in email is it went to spam folder, social or promotion folder.
No, not exactly this bounce. So we have, guys, two types of bounce thing. One is hard bounce, okay, one is hard bounce and another one is soft bounce. What is hard bounce and soft bounce? Suppose someone gave your invalid email ID. Suppose they have missed their one letter on your front for first name, or maybe they missed with the com, or maybe they forgot something as a letter. So it will be a strongly hard bounce. So server will say, okay, this is an invalid number, it is not exist and all. This is called hard bounce, okay. Another one is soft bounce. What is soft bounce? Basically, soft bounce says that suppose my all inbox is full, like in messages, phone boxes we have most of the time. When your phone SMS box is full, you'll not able to get new messages inside your phone, right? Similar to the inbox as well. Suppose I'm using Gmail and I'm consuming full of 15 GB free access, and my email is full and I cannot get new emails. So that is one case that I'm getting soft bounce. Another case is my particular Gmail, or maybe I'm using some personal address. Suppose my address is dm@vijaykumarnaik.com. This is my private server. And suppose for some technical issue, my server is not working. So it will be called as bounce, soft bounce, because this email exists, but due to some ISP or some network error, I'm not able to get your emails. We're getting it, guys? What is difference between hard and soft bounce?
Yes.
Yes, hard bounce is cannot be fixed. Okay, soft bounce can be fixed. All right. So far, so good. We are good to go now, guys. Let's go here again. All right. List growth rate. That is also one of the important fact. List growth rate. Let's suppose I have 100 people in this week. Today I have an email list of 100 people, and another week I grew email list to 200 people. What do you think? What is my growth rate? 100%, right?
100%.
100%, right? What this is called your growth rate. So if you over the time you see your progress, that suppose this month you have 1,000 people and next month you achieve able to achieve 2,000 people. So it is like you're almost growing 2 times every month. So this is something you must measure, that what is your growth rate, what kind of content you're providing on your email list to grow. So these are factors here. Okay, list growth rate is also important to monitor how speedily you are increasing in your email list. Okay, let's go to another one. I hope you guys clear with list growth rate. Okay,
Yes.
Yes. Clear.
great. All right, another one is email deliverability rate. Very important. So email deliverability rate can be also dependent on that what kind of a you are using the time. Okay, suppose it's a not right time to send emails, people are sleeping, okay, or 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, but you are sending emails, it will not going to result to anything like that. So email delivery rate is also important, how better email is actually delivering. And also it's a very important part inside this. You might be having some dead accounts. Suppose you have 50,000 email list right now. Under the 50,000 email list, of course few people must have forgot their passwords, those who are not able to access their email accounts, and also those who are not even checking their email boxes. Do you think it is going to affect this email delivery rate? Because for some reason they might be not opening, or like they're not checking the email boxes, so it is going to be get affected, right? So I'll tell you
And
how to fix this.
apart from this, we can count that the email notification. If I am checking my emails every day around 5 to 9 p.m., then and you send me the email after 11 or 12 at the night. So if there is a certain chance that delivery rate or notification will not come on my
Well,
phone and
well,
I miss that email.
actually, to be honest, delivery rate is not actually on dependent on timely basis, because that is comes under open rate, which is this. Okay, open rate is something that the moment you see the
Okay.
message and you open it, if my timing is bad, you will not open my email. That will affect this factor, not this particular factor. Suppose you got my notification and you checked but you not opened, so this thing will get affected badly. So open rate will be decreased. Okay, deliverability rate is something. I have 50,000 email list, but I only able to send 40,000 people. Why it happened? I have to check that thing, that why only my 40,000 people is showing sent and 10,000 people is still not able to got my email. What is the reason? That I will tell you in a little while. Okay, I hope you got it, guys. What is open rate? The moment you check my
Yes,
inbox, mail inbox, whenever you open it, my email software will track it at how many people opened my email. Suppose there is 100 people in this group, I'm sending email every day, and only 40 people opened it. It means 40% is my open rate, and 60% people are still getting the email, but for some reason they are not opening it. What's wrong with that? So I'll tell you how to fix that as well. Okay, let's come to the another one. We have disengagement rate. So after sending an email, people opened it, but they are like a dead audience for you, because they opened email very curiously, and they don't even react to your email, they don't even replied, they don't even click to your email, and this opened and closed quickly. So do you think it is comes under disengagement rate, because they didn't engage with any of your message, right? They just opened and closed it. So this is also a
yes.
very important factor when we talk about the optimization. Okay, and we have a very final last factor, which is unsubscribes rate. The moment you open any email, you having one option that you can unsubscribe your any kind of email which you don't like it. Have you seen that option, guys? Every email does have that
Yes.
footer, right?
Yeah.
And it is made it mandatory. We cannot remove it. So unless and until you are sending personally through your email, normal email boxes, that is fine. But the moment when you start using tools like ConvertKit, Active Campaigns, they make this thing as mandatory, that people should get this option. Because if you remove this option, this says you are not prioritizing your audiences. If audience is not liking your content, let them unsubscribe. Okay, this should be there. People often remove this because I don't want those subscribers on my email list, those who are not even liking my content, and just for sake getting free content they have subscribed. No, I don't want them. If they don't like it, please let them unsubscribe and let it go. Because what is happening, I am paying thousands of rupees every month to just maintain my email list. Suppose to maintain just 5,000 rupees, 5,000 list in email, I have to provide almost 5,000 rupees every month. Suppose if I have a 10,000 email list, I have to pay 10,000 rupees every month to that particular software. But I know in the 10,000 list, 5,000 people are those who are not actually interested in email list. So why I'm paying more to this software? Let them go. Let them go by unsubscribing their own self, and let them go. And I will also reduce my cost of this particular email list maintenance. Getting it, guys? Why this is important?
Because yes, unscrap button is important, because if selfly one something wants to unscrap, then let them go. As a you are not getting any response from that, and they are not the asset of
Yes.
your time.
Yes,
Yes, of
otherwise
course.
they block.
Yes, of course, because it's we cannot force anyone, right? It should be independent always, and we are here to give the value. It's not that we are pushing it to buy anything, buy from me, buy from me. No, it shouldn't be like this to just make money out of your audiences. You should be always there in front to teach audiences, provide value, teach them in a right way, show them right path. Then you can pitch it later. But always you must tell them that if you don't like my content, please unsubscribe and let it go. Right? So all right, let's see some optimization technique to to just get more click-through rates. All right. So first technique is get better call to action, right? So click-through rate is what? Suppose I am giving you in some message in my landing page, in my email boxes for upcoming class, and I told like here is the link for your class. Click here to enroll in this class. This is the call to action that I provided. Suppose it's not working, so I know that for the next email I have to change something. So I have to write something. Click here to avail bonuses along with your class link. Okay, the moment you will click on this, I'm saying that when you enroll this class, you will get bonuses as well, right? This is my another new call to action, which is looks really good, and people will really gonna click more as compared to last time. Getting it? Why it is better to always have a different call to actions. All right, let's go on a second one. Make email mobile friendly. Very, very important. Most of the people are opening emails in mobile phone, not in laptop. I know people love to read emails inside the laptop, but the thing is, it's always handy to read an email as in mobile, right? I'm still all the reading emails in mobile phone. Hardly 10% emails I'm getting it in a laptop, right? So whenever you write email, you should check the what is the font size, what should be the alignment and all. You shouldn't be like it's something like a website. You create a website, you should check the mobile friendly rate, and also this email should be also email mobile friendly rate. We create a blog, right? When we create a blog, we also check how it's look like in mobile phone, mobile screens. Similar to this email, you shouldn't be like a very big text using very big text and like bad colors and all. You shouldn't like that. You should be very precise with your audiences and treat them well, like you're treating on your website on landing pages, right? Nicely treated. Getting it, guys?
So when we use tools and CRM, so they do not provide the mobile friendly situation, or we have to make it in a different way that it should be clearly visible on mobile phone also.
They provide it. They also have provided, but again, it is something like a website building. When you build a website, you check both, right? In desktop version and mobile version, and how mobile version is looks like, desktop version looks like. It is always not 100% guarantee that that automated software will help you to create awesome designs for mobile phone, right? There is always some scope of improvement that you have to do your own, because it's your audiences. You cannot rely on software to make it automatic for mobile. Okay, check the mobile view. There is an option to check the mobile view, how it is looking. Use your own brain that okay, it's looking good or not. Take your own decision. Let don't software decide that what is the right design,
That's great.
right? Choose your own design. Don't let the software decide that this is the right design. You should have the ability to okay, read it. Okay, this font is looks good, this is readable, this is really pleasable, images looks good, image size is perfect, so people will read my email really nicely. I'm getting a lot of emails which is super good, like the font selection really awesome, background colors is awesome, images they are using very professional, so email looks really premium. How many of you know that when we you must have getting a lot of emails, right, from n number of people, but one of them like very super premium emails, when you opened it, you at least read for at least 2 minutes, right? Have you noted that when the email looks really good, you read it very carefully, right? So that is very important to have it. So you should also focus on the font size, font selection, bold, wherever needs to do a bold it, requires an image, do it an image insertion. Okay, let's come to this. We have email deliverability growth. How we can fix this? So let's see here. Very first thing, don't buy email. It's not healthy for you. People are buying emails from the market. Okay, they are buying for 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, the database they are buying and throwing emails. That is a very bad activity. Very bad activity. Not in fact illegal to have it, because people are buying. Suppose today I am buying thousands of people of data, those who are interested in digital marketing, but it is illegal. Why it is illegal? They don't even know that I have the access of their contact, right? Before getting your email, I must ask you that I want your email ID. In order to, I'm just giving you lead magnets, right? But if the moment I'm going to buy, they don't even know that Vijay bought all the contacts of 1,000 people. Do you think it's legal? Not, right, guys? It's not illegal, right?
It's illegal. Some of the reply also came out that how you find this email, I can complain this and that.
Absolutely. That is why it is not it's not recommended. And again, remove hard bounces. The moment you remove hard bounces, it will also improve. Suppose I have 10,000 email list right now, and under 10,000 email list, I have 5,000 hard bounce email lists. Those who are not correct. Suppose the email lists are not correct. So I am sending 10,000 people. Only 5,000 people are receiving email. So almost 50% is my deliverability rate, almost 50%. And what about 50%? They're not even getting my email. Why? Because the email is not correct. Hard bounces are happening. So simply remove that hard bounces. Check out, try to find out hard bounces email. Those who are not able to get it, click all, remove from the database, gone. So the moment you try, next time you send the email, it will be almost 90 or 100%. Correct? That is the one way. Focus on engagement. So first reader should be also a second reader. That's what my motive here to write this. Suppose Nihar is reading my email, Shankul reading my email. It shouldn't be like a boring email, or shouldn't be like a very bragging email that I'm asking some money for you, money to you for some regarding some product and all. I shouldn't be like that. Okay, I shouldn't be like that. So you should ask for engagement. You should ask for value. That if you want really more bonuses, really more classes from my side, please reply me back on this email in order to confirm your seat. The moment I write something in email, you will gonna reply that yes, I want more classes on this. So I increase my engagement on my email list. This is first thing happened. And another thing, next time whenever I send an email, you will be more likely to read my emails because you are already impressed, right? Deliverability rate will be of course increased. Getting it, guys, clear so far? So far so clear.
Yes.
So guys, please
Yes.
drop
Yes.
CC. CC. Let me know. Let me see
Yes,
CC.
yes, super clear and super interesting.
Awesome. Great. All right. Email marketing sessions always are fun to do because these are factors people are hiding from years, especially digital marketers like us. We are hiding from years and not able to reveal on internet because actually you see in the market only 100 out of 3 people were talking about email marketing. Rest of people are talking about Facebook and Google ads right now, isn't it? Only 2 people out of 100 were talking about these factors, why email marketing, how to do it and all. No one want to teach it because this is something is very skeptical with under the digital marketers. They'll not able to share it. I don't know why they don't share, but it's very fun to do it. I don't know why. Anyways, let's see that how you can get open rate better. Okay, if you are not able to see open rate, suppose I'm sending 10,000 people's, only 1,000 people are opening my email. What about 9,000? So it means my open rate is only 10% out of 10,000. If 1,000 people are opening, it's means 10% is open rate, right? So what about rest? I have to improve it. Otherwise, it is something like you're showing your Facebook ad, people are not clicking. It is something like this. If I'm showing your email, I'm sending you email, you checked your from the drop down notification, your Android or iOS phone, that hey, we just sent an email. You are aware that I've sent an email, but for some reason you dropped it and you swiped it back. Okay, let it be, I'll read it later. Might not be interested in that. Okay, this is a very scary situation for me because I am putting a lot of hours to just create one single email, and you just took only 2 seconds to decide that whether you should read it or not. Do you think it is very important to get an open rate correct, right? Because it's a very important thing.
Yes.
All right, so let's check how to improve this particular factor, which is open rate correction and open rate optimization. Let's go ahead. Improve subject line, guys. This is one of the headlines
That's
that
my
you must
first
do.
choice. That's my first choice.
Yes, improve subject line. Okay, and about this I have given more clarity on the previous session which I have recorded, and I'm gonna put it on YouTube after this session. All right, test different subject line. Again, don't stick to one. We in email marketing softwares we have A/B testing, so you can send same email with different subject line, and email software will tell you which subject line work better as an open rate. Okay, try different time and send emails. Of course, people love to read the emails while they are before sleeping and before like after waking up in the morning. I personally check all the emails at 8 o'clock in the morning. When I open my laptop, I check all the emails. Before sleeping, 10 o'clock, I check my emails. So similarly, people must be doing it. They're not throughout the day checking your emails, right? So timing is very important. Do you think it's very important to have to get a better open rate?
Yes.
So suppose I'm sending at 2 o'clock in the night or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. People are sleeping mostly in India. Mostly people are sleeping that time. So it's not going to work. you ultimately see a lot of drop in your open rate. It's not make sense. So better to find out the right time. Again, you have to do testing, but the proven time is between 8 to 10 a.m. in the morning and 8 to 10 p.m. in the evening, after while sleeping. So this is a proven time that you can send it
But
for effective email.
but if we send our email in night at 2, the first email that they are going to open is our email in the morning. So it will also be the good, right?
It is also be good, but the thing is, what if the person have subscribed 500 people like you? You getting it? What I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So like Nihar, there are 400 people I have subscribed it. In the morning, I have 400 new emails along with Nihar's email. So how difficult is to me to get your email? So that is why
Right.
it's better to send a notification right time and right moment. Don't wait that I am sending in advance or people will be like, don't think like people have already subscribed to your email. They are pretty smart. I know you haven't subscribed to me. You must have subscribed to every marketer in like digital space, like show is like Saurav Jain, Deepak, like Digital Deepak, anyone, like I guess almost everyone you have subscribed for, right? Along with me. So you must be getting a lot of emails. So what if I'm sending you 4 o'clock and in the morning you have already 50 emails from same digital marketers like me? So of
Yes,
course I'm
this is the real example. If I have the inbox 20 mails, then I hardly check 5 to 6 or at least 10
of course
and 15, but rest are rest. So rest are
I'll
rest
get
in
bored,
peace.
guys.
I
So
not
so
check.
I'll yeah, of course I'll get bored if there is 50 messages. I'll check one message, of course, to read one email, it takes around 5 minutes, right? If you it at least take 5 minutes to read full email, and you have 35 emails already in your email box. If you have only half an hour, how many emails you can read it? Hardly like 6 emails, right? Hardly 6 emails out of 35. So do you think you're gonna get a chance to get an interaction? No. So that is why it's recommended to use the time method. You take out the right time, send it straight on the time. Okay. Don't wait in advance to I'll send it and it will work. It will never going to happen like that. It's a proven method. So it is always better to send it on time so people get notification right that time when they are sitting on the table having the breakfast and having their phone in the hand. So they will see, okay, Nihar send a one message. Let's click on this, read it. Because your subject line is so strong, people will read it quickly. What you will say, like, hey guys, I'm going, hi, giving a free Facebook ad training tonight at 8 o'clock to click here to register. This is a simple subject line, and people said, okay, you are doing free training. Let me open it quickly, and they will click it and avail this offer, and they will fill your form. Getting it? So this is the powerful subject line you can
Swiggy
have it.
does the same. At the dinner time, Swiggy has a subject line
Yes,
"Khana khaya kya?"
खाना खाया क्या? Yes. Swiggy does it, Zomato does it. The Zomato sends koi khila do teen, like at around 2:30 they send biryani along with the biryani photo. They said खाने का मन है क्या? This is the kind of subject line they created, and this is quite a funny way to send emails, but again effective because they know what is the right time in India to fulfill their needs, because almost people are get hungry in the afternoon and they eat almost at 2 o'clock in city areas, and maybe in urban areas like 10 o'clock. Anyways, that's the right way. Okay. So I hope you're getting it, guys. How to get an optimization on open rate, email
Yes,
delivery rate, click through rate,
this is interesting today.
right? So I think this is one of the major measures here that needs to be measured correctly, and I think these are points are really powerful and super useful in your life, because I know these are the points no one is going to talk about in near future. Trust me, I'm here with you. I can guarantee you next 5 years you won't see anyone talking for list growth rate, disengagement rate. No one is going to damn for this. Okay, no one is going to tell you about this internal factors this there. If you know these kind of things inside your like email marketing, you will be super proud in your market because you can teach someone else. Okay, now you are ahead in the game, and you can flaunt a little bit on your front of your friends that I have a better learning in your like email marketing. I know the better factors are there which can improve your, suppose a client you had, international client, and they don't even know that why the email marketing is not working. So you can tell them, sir, you are doing the mistake. You need these kind of factors to improve your email marketing. What do you think? After showing this particular all the factors, he must be impressed by you, right? Because he will be gonna treat you as a god, that you know everything almost about every factor which is need to be there, right?
Yes, I noticed on YouTube or on any other platform, on any other social media platform, they are not providing this much detail, but they are selling course, And in course they provide that you have to this, but not in the elaborating way that this should be your complete, this should be prioritized, this should be
Of course.
optimized.
Of course, guys, this is a paid course itself, right? Isn't it? Don't you think it's a paid course itself?
Barter system.
Of course, yes, barter system, correct. So that's what. So hope you guys really enjoyed this session. It's almost
Sanjay,
that
I
is
have
it.
one question. It's
Yeah, go
like
ahead.
how frequently you have to send emails. It should not annoy people, no, if you're sending too much emails at a time.
Got it. Let me answer you this. So unless and until you are again, I told you in the like very beginning, there are two types of email. One is, I think you joined late. So I think there is two types of email campaign. One is newsletter format. One is announcement. Announcement could be for a coming workshop. Let's suppose I'm doing a workshop and I want to give you announcement like alert. I want to send you alerts, right? That suppose you subscribe for today, and my workshop is going to happen next Sunday. So before that Sunday, you will be getting automated reminders every day in the morning that, hey guys, only 6 days left. Hey guys, 7 days left, 3 days left, 4 days left. So it is recommended to send only 3 emails in a day. Okay, 3 emails maximum. Maximum. Don't utilize maximum power of your email capabilities because it will very annoying. So unless and until people have paid, suppose Nihar paid 500 rupees for coming my workshop, so I can send 3-4 emails. That is fine because Nihar paid for it, and it's my duty to let him know about my timing of the workshop. I have to send reminders so he shouldn't miss it, right? That is fine. But suppose it's not even about the workshop. It's something I have launched a new course and I'm sending again and again throughout the day. In fact, not every day. So it is going to be annoying. So right, that frequency should be maintained on the maturity level of your product and what kind of activity you're doing. So if you're doing paid workshops, of course you have to send multiple emails as a reminders to your audiences. But of course, if you're not doing workshops, you are regular marketer, you are sending newsletters, announcements. So be specific, send it on a specific date. Let's say Wednesday is your date to send emails at 9 o'clock. Become a signature like this. So create a signature in the market that you are a Wednesday email marketer. I send all my updates on Wednesday 9 o'clock sharp. So this is a weekly once, or hardly, and you can increase the frequency up to 4 to 5. Okay, 4 to 5, not more than that. You shouldn't send everyday emails. It will be little annoying. You can skip 1-2 days, so let them take some rest. Okay, you can in fact take some rest on Monday, Tuesdays, and in fact use this on Saturday, Sundays, because Saturday, Sundays we get most of the open rate majority higher, right?
So
Yeah.
can we optimize this Android part after analyzing that what the people, if there's some are email trackers that whom they are reading at what time, or if they are interested in this, they are opening or not. So just like I like emails, then you can send me emails on daily basis, like 3 emails on daily basis. But some of are not liking on daily basis, then you should filter that
See,
part
it should
in
be,
2 days.
yeah, it should be series. Like suppose it should be series. Suppose I am teaching digital marketing in an email. I can do it, right? I can create course for next 60 days as a content. I can write full emails. I can send it to everyday learning. Like this, we are doing 9 o'clock sharp session. I could have done it on a text way. Like I can create a full text format learning, like a blog. I can send you every day at 9 o'clock sharp. I can automate whole thing. That can be a different thing. Like for this purpose, people have intentionally subscribed for this particular thing and they want to learn it. So I can send regularly. But if people doesn't give you permission for this, you shouldn't send the email every day. Okay, that will be like annoying, and you will see this thing will start increasing. This thing which we says unsubscribe rate, people will start unsubscribe you. Okay, don't do that.
So one more annoying factor is like people conduct this 5 days workshop and they have so many batches. If we have completed in a single batch, even after that, the emails would be coming like register for this course and all those things. So it is like email marketers should be cautious enough to remove and do things. Otherwise, they will have more number of unsubscribers, right?
Yeah, actually, see, in fact, I do run a lot of workshops for other people, and I do also email automations. So it is something. See, if you are subscribed for a particular workshop, but you was not part of the upsell. Suppose you not buy the product and you was there and all, but they have still your email, right? They have your email. So it is like nurturing you. Okay, the first thing is they shouldn't send you straight again the buy links. First thing is this is the very bad thing if they are doing it. That shouldn't be the way. The the best way to nurture you, to turn you, make you as a customer, what I will do, I'll start sending you free videos of mine, free trainings of mine, to make you aware that who I am, what I'm capable of, who are my audiences, what kind of a trainer I am, if I'm bringing results to people's life or not. So this kind of activity I will do. Not like that I will start selling you straight after the webinar through emails, lot of things. No, it will be, I'll do it for once after the webinar because you are a highly warm audience for me. I'll do it once. After that, I'll stop doing it. After that, for some time, I will not send you further emails for selling. I will send you emails not for selling, for just for teaching you something like free webinars, free trainings, free curriculums, free activities like that. So you will get like nurtured. You, and at the same time you will not feel it's annoying because I am sending you for free. Okay, I'm not asking any money from you, right? So this will be not annoyed. Annoying is something that people start asking money again and again after denying it. This is called annoyingment, right? Money is something, the moment in email, in landing page, people ask for money, we get annoyed because we shouldn't, we are not willing to pay it, right? This is annoying for us. Why we spend our money to on landing pages and all, right? But it's our duty as well as a digital marketer to convert people as a sales. In order to do that, we will keep on nurturing. Okay, so this process will let it be there, and people think still they are getting annoyed with free stuff. We are sending free training and all. So why you have joined our email list? We are giving you this option called unsubscribe. Go and unsubscribe. Leave our email list. You will not get further email. That's fine, right? So we are not forcing you. We are also giving you unsubscribe button always in every email. So you think you get annoyed, please unsubscribe and go. So this is something that you should keep in mind, right?
Yes,
Anything,
yes.
anything
They
else,
should
guys?
not. And one more thing is like we would be expertise in one area, and we would be looking forward for only one course or one thing from a particular institute or particular person. But they'll try to too much upsell and they'll try to spam the inbox itself. I have seen few emails from very good people itself in
People
the
are doing it.
industry. And one more thing is like there are a lot of email marketing rules and regulations in abroad, but I don't know about India. Like can spam law and other things are there, right?
Yes. Yes, there are a lot of law involved, guys, here in email marketing, but people are intentionally violating the rules, and there are a lot of things happening because in India there is not a proper authority to regulate all this, because email tools are not pretty good at the right moment, because outside the policies are really strong. If you start asking money and it looks fishy, so they can sue you in court very easily. Okay, but you have to prove it. You must be a proven system, and it's not like suppose you don't know me and I'm sending you email straight, so I can be go to the jail for a fraud case. I'm asking for a money in return of nothing. Maybe I'm selling crap course which is not even worth for it, so you can sue me that you cheated, you get cheated, right? But again, it is having a different psychology in India. In India, no one bothers it. People often says, okay, I got cheated because this course is not well and all. So that is why it's very important, before buying any courses, you take the permission, and also it's trainer responsibility as well to tell them what is refund policies of this particular course after buying. If my refund policy says that I can give you return, so he will return it. Okay, and also it's a big learning for you guys. Whenever you subscribe for any courses in digital marketing, any course, not about just marketing, any course in your life, maybe for cooking, maybe for selling, maybe for dancing and all, please read the refund policies very carefully, that how they're going to refund your money in just in case you don't want to continue. Okay, so people in India are not aware of refund policies. That's why they get into this game, because they simply buy it and later they ended up saying that we got cheated. In foreign, people are very good aware of this particular thing. They read refund policies first, then they buy your product. This is the major difference between foreign and India. Okay, here people don't want to read policies and all. They simply swipe their cards and they say they get cheated. Actually, technically they're not, because marketers played a smart game. They put the refund policies, but they don't even able to read it for some time. That's fine.
Okay, in this engagement rate, are we able to track what is doing for, like, how much time he has spent in the content, or did he click the link which we have provided to?
Well, we cannot track the time because there is no scripting involved. We cannot track the time, how much time they are on our email boxes at all. But of course, we can check the links engagement, whatever the links we have provided, social media and all, what is the engagement is coming from there. We can track that.
Okay.
Awesome. So guys, that is it for today. And what do you think? How was the session? I think Q&A was really great as well. So how was the session? Let me know in the chat. Is this awesome? Great. What is that? Like, how are you feeling after this getting in like intense session on email optimization? Okay. I've never done this before, so I was thinking to do it in an intense way. Wow. Something new, right? Every day at 9 o'clock, we get something new, right? So I told you, right? Every 9 o'clock is new for you. And I am on my words right
More
now, right?
productive.
Super productive. Yes. Thanks again. Boom session. Right. Thank you. Awesome. Great. All right, guys. So far, so good. And that is it for today. And we will meet. Today is what? Sunday. Okay. Sunday. Do we have a big session also? Okay. I guess let you know about the big session today. If I got time, so we can. Are you guys free for today? Let me know your availability. Are you free for 3 o'clock session?
Keep it in rest.
I am not that